It's amazing.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Eons Patron Appreciation Month live stream. Thank you so much to our patrons that help make Eons happen. Your support of our videos through Patreon and buying our t-shirts and other cool stuff from complexly.store helps keep our educational mission going. So let's do around the screen and get everybody introduced. Let's start with Michelle, aka MB.
Hey y'all, I'm Michelle Barbosa Ramirez. I also just go by MB. I am a professor of geology here in Seattle, and I've been with Eons for about 5 years now. Welcome to the stream.
Woo! All right, Blake.
Hi, I'm Blake DePastino, Gemini. I co-created Eons with Kallie and Hank Green back in 2017, so I've been here since the beginning. My background is in science journalism, and I also do acting, and I work in disability advocacy.
Awesome. All right, Gabe.
Hi, everybody. My name's Gabriel Santos. I am still the new guy on the block. I've been with Eons now for about 2 years, but during my day job, I am the director of education at the Raymond M. Alf Museum of Paleontology here in Los Angeles, and I'm also the co-founder of the Cosplay for Science initiative with MB.
Awesome. And I am Kallie. Like Blake said, I've been here since the very beginning, and I do a whole bunch of other stuff behind the scenes, fact checking, content consulting, and all sorts of stuff. And if you saw my shirt, I'll do it again. You can get this bad boy until Monday. You have until the end of the month, March 31st, to order one of these shirts. It's so good. I love this shirt.
Monday?
Monday. You
Be
got
right back,
until Monday.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yep. Clickety clack, order your shirt. And also, if you become a Patreon at the $5 or more tier, you're going to get our very first Eons trading card. And I got a secret
trading cards.
I got a secret peek of it.
Gotta collect them all.
And it's amazing. And it's got this artwork on it. You may have seen some of our posts about it on the social medias. So be sure to join us at $5 or more and get your sweet t-shirt. So we want to kick off this live stream by also talking about Steve. A little background on Steve. Steve was one of our very first patrons. We launched our Patreon in the second season, I believe. And whenever we did a shout out for patrons, it always ended "and Steve," and it became a thing. Well, Steve has started supporting other channels now that we've got our feet under us and we're moving forward. But longtime listeners and viewers love Steve, and they've been asking for Steve. So we have come up with a Steve tier. If we get 50 people at a $20 Patreon tier, we will shout out "and Steve." And these are super extremely vital eontologists. And I hear
Rolls off the tongue.
Oh, yes. I hear
Definitely did not have to reverse engineer that at all.
So help us get to Steve if you are able to join at our $20 or more a month, and help us get to "and Steve." So each month that we have these 50 people in this $20 tier, our eontologists will end with "and Steve."
And can we just hear one more time what does Steve stand for?
It stands for super terrific, extremely vital eontologist. Boom.
Got it.
Yeah.
Love it.
That was very fun to come up with. So
I think Steve was our first meme, right? It was like the first meme that sort of took on a life of its own.
Oh man, and people have
Steve.
been asking, where's Steve? And Steve is still around. Steve is in the comments a lot of times. Steve still interacts.
We're fine. I would never know. We are not broken up. Like, we are still good friends.
Yeah, Steve is. I am a friend of Steve.
Friend of Steve. We got friends of Steve everywhere. So become a super terrific, extremely vital eontologist and help us get to the "and Steve" level. But our live stream today is going to be art-based. We're going to have art challenges. Hopefully we'll have 3 art challenges, and I think we all art.
And we use the word loosely, right?
Yes. Art can be a lot of things. I mean, just look at Jason Pollock. That's just splashing stuff on the
FOS,
canvas,
Friends
you
of
know?
Steve, I like that.
Right.
Yeah, maybe these are some abstract paleo art interpretations today.
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm gonna
mean,
keep saying.
What
Yeah,
does
I'm
yeah.
not
Caribbean
gonna-
feel like? You know?
What's your vibes? What's your vibes here? So our very first art challenge, hosts, get your materials ready. We are going to be drawing a creature that has awesome teeth. So
I came prepared for this challenge. If I may just show off
Oh, bro.
yes.
my sick t-shirt that I got in Vernal, Utah. So all our paleo fans might know that's where that super cool museum is, right next to Dinosaur Ridge.
Dinosaur
I
Monument,
spent,
right?
yes,
Yeah.
Dinosaur Monument, yes. I
Yeah.
spent a lot of money on t-shirts there, and I justified it saying, I'll wear them when I'm teaching my paleo classes. And indeed I have. So anyway, thank you for my I just wanted to show and tell real quick. Look at all
Very
these
good.
teeth.
I love it. So many teeth.
Both MB and I also study teeth in our master's program.
That's true. That's true. And undergrad, yeah. I
Also-
still can't believe I did isotope geochemistry for my master's. Never ask me a question about it again. I don't know
What
what
does
I did or how I
isotope
did it,
tell
but
you?
I did.
Oh, look, we have a huge fan from Colombia. Thank you for joining us today.
Hello.
Hello,
And
Latin
thanks-
America.
Thanks to your invert paleo class teacher for telling you to come on over and watch the
Shoot.
live stream.
Shoot. I'm messing this up already.
Bienvenidos.
I mean,
Gracias
just
por
look at
llegar.
your shirt, Blake. It's got awesome teeth. Look at your shirt. Just draw
I have
your
an
shirt.
idea. I have an idea. It's hard to. This is my personal logo for my old blog. Western Digs was my blog.
Oh, there's so many good ones. Maybe I'll just cheat off of my shirt too, because I might have a nice little Gorgon opsid right there. Maybe
I
not.
know what I want to draw, but I don't know if I can draw it. Oh God! Oh, it looks
Keep,
like a
like-
tuber instead of a mouth.
Yeah.
This is
Let's
okay.
see.
We're going to the back. We're trying over.
Okay, so while we're all failing at drawing an awesome creature with teeth,
MB,
What do you-
did you
what
steal
do
my
you-
idea? That's what I'm hearing. I think
what do
MB
you
and I
guys
have the same idea.
What do you guys like about the Eons fans? What do you like about people that are interested in the prehistoric eras?
I
feel
love
like-
how. Can I go first?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think I told who was I on set with, MB or someone. I told you this story already. So my side hustle and my toxic trait is that I am an actor, and so I have an agent and a manager. And my manager sent me an email like last week. I actually was doing Eon stuff in the studio, and I got this email from her, and she said, "I got this email from this guy, and I don't know what to do with it, but here you go." And it's from this like lovely guy in I think the UK, and he said, "I saw your episode on the evolution of viruses, and I want to hear your thoughts about my hypothesis." And it's like a 5,000 word like thesis, you know. And he showed up with receipts, and I understood like every other word basically of it. And I'm working on a response. I have to craft a response, and he'll
You were
get
like,
one.
I just read this stuff. I don't write it.
I used to, yeah.
I'm just a
I can't
talent,
remember
guys.
if I
I'm just a
wrote,
talent.
or I guess I hosted that episode. I'm sure I edited the script or something. But like, I've got to do my homework because he's brilliant, and that's what I admire about our fans is that they come with receipts. They know their stuff.
Yeah,
I
they
was
sure
about
do.
to say the same thing. They know more than I do a lot of times because knowing paleo, I mean, we're biologists for every single animal and plant and organism that exists, not just in this particular time, but any time throughout the past 3.5 billion years. It's a lot to remember. So when I meet a fan and they're like, yes, my favorite episode was XYZ, and here's my hypothesis about this, I'm like, yes, I remember filming that episode. For
Inquisitor just signed up for Steve.
Yeah,
Check it out.
we have a new Steve.
One
And
more.
actually-
So yeah, folks are so
Yes.
smart.
we'd have one more. There's one more spot for
One more, and we
Steve.
have Steve.
And
really?
Steve will show up in one of our, I think, in our first April episode. So this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen quick. So just
Whoa.
one more person. One
And
more
Steve.
person.
Let's go.
So how
folks.
you doing on your drawings? Your drawings.
I think I'm done.
It's
This is
getting
as good as
there.
it's gonna get.
Okay. I'll
But
give
I
you
think-
a couple more minutes.
Hands up.
When it comes to like the art stuff though, like that's one of my favorite things about some of our Eons folks out there is they are wonderful artists, and you know they see something from our episodes and they bring it to life so beautifully, and I love seeing all those things online. It's just so cool to get to see. We have the stories and then they're the visual storytellers out there, so I just love how passionate they are to like share these things along with us, you know.
Oh, for sure. For sure. If any of you are unfamiliar, we had a second season of our podcast just finish up. Our last episode just posted. I would like to know if there were any episodes that you wished you were on or that you weren't on.
I was on the Great Dying episode, so like
Tough.
check and mate.
Yeah.
You know? I think I mainly was interested in the end Cretaceous. I wasn't on that one, was I?
No,
because I just want to know if it was actually true that like when the asteroid hit, were the dinosaurs all looking up at the sky like in the pictures, and they're looking at.
Well,
it
you'll
and
have to
pointing
listen
with their
to the
little hands,
episode to find out.
That's going to leave a mark.
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
I thought I was
Pittsburgh,
going
let's
to
go.
be on one episode and then I was in another because I got in Cretaceous, and I thought in my little head, cool, I get to hang out like a couple years before the meteor shows up, or like right until it shows up. That'll be fun. I'm with dinos. But no, my dude, what happened is I showed up after the meteor had hit, like a week later, and that was not fun. Oh, a year later.
Yep,
not,
1 year
not
later.
Fun. So I tricked myself into thinking I was in a completely different episode, and I showed up, and I really did feel like I got dropped into the time period with no preparation, nothing but fear and stress.
Right.
Well,
But it was fun.
Pullen, yep. William D. Pullen, thanks for loving that episode that we were literally just talking about right there. Yep, that was probably one of the toughest ones to survive through, I think. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the salinity or the Messinian salinity crisis one was the one where I felt like I don't want to do this anymore.
I heard the like life die from your voice throughout that episode. Absolutely.
It felt like a bad time.
Yeah. That one didn't look like very much fun at all.
I want to go home.
I mean,
yeah.
all of them were not much fun. I mean, really the only like easy one I think was the one that Hank got, the Devonian one. Like that one wasn't even that bad. Like we got air, we got food. There's no big predators yet. It was actually pretty chill. And he just wants to go lick stuff and get high. So it's gonna be a fun time.
Right.
That tracks. That tracks.
Yep.
Well, Kallie, we were gonna tame tiny sauropods on our Hexic Island one.
Yeah, that's pretty cute.
That would have been so much fun. Oh my gosh. I daydream about some of this. Thoughts on a venomous nature of Komodo dragon. Is it? Isn't it? I thought it was.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah. Or is it just their mouths are so gross that they like? Because I know they just have to snip like a water buffalo or are they water buffaloes?
The water buffalo out there.
Yeah, they just like snip them on the ankle and it gets super infected and then they just like collapse because they can't walk anymore and then they get eaten alive. It's pretty rough. I would not want to tangle with the largest lizard on the planet. That's for sure. Yeah, and they do feeding frenzies. So you get like 20 of them ripping apart a carcass at one time. It's brutal. They are brutal. And I think that they're probably a really good analog to probably behaviors of T-Rexes. Like,
you think so?
Yeah.
You think T-Rex's mouth was nasty?
Oh heck yeah! Can you imagine they're eating like dead multi-ton carcasses that have
stuck in there in between their teeth?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we need paleo art of, y'all. Like T-Rex mouth with just like carcass stuff. Like yes.
And
I want that. I see a tattoo in my future.
Gross. Oh man. So also, is there anything cool that you've seen in person lately? Like paleo related wise? Anything cool? Maybe museums you might have gone to recently or
Well, I
Okay,
volunteer at the Burke, which is our local museum here in Seattle, every Wednesday afternoon. So yesterday I was working on a hadrosaur. We've just opened up a couple of new jackets because they go out to Hell Creek every summer. So even though we don't have dinosaurs in Washington, except for technically a part of an upper thigh bone, Sushisaurus, look it up. But we don't really have dinosaurs in Seattle. So they bring the dinosaurs back to Seattle. And I still get to work with dinosaurs, which is really fun. Once a week, just kind of go in and brush, hang out with my podcast and clean up some dino bones.
Nice.
Which I will always plug. Y'all know this, patrons from the Patreons. If there's a local natural history museum near you, go volunteer. You do not have to drop your whole career and become a paleontologist, although you should. Obviously, we have a lot of fun. But like, if you can volunteer once a week, once a month, go to your local natural history museum. They need your free labor. They'll let you in. It's so fun.
Oh my God, we did it. We did it.
We have a Steve.
We got Steve.
Really?
Steve. Steve.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
Steve.
John Celo became our 50th member of the Steves. Now, don't stop. We can have more than 50 by all means. Or wait, maybe we can't. It might be blocked.
Don't we
at
start a
50.
new Steve? I don't
And
know.
Steve. And
Steve
Steve.
too.
And
Steve
Steve.
too. Right.
And Steve. For every 50.
Saying it. Every 50. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. There is no limit on Steve. It has been confirmed. So we can have as many overages and to help us keep our level at 50.
Welcome back, Steve.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. This is so cool. I can't believe we're gonna say and Steve
And
again.
Steve. Start practicing
that's
now.
Great. That's so good. All right, let's show off our cool animals with awesome
Cool.
teeth.
Yeah.
I'm kind of proud
The
of this
animal's
one.
cool. The drawing might not be.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Callie, that's a good one.
Meow. Here, kitty.
It's lower
Oh,
side.
MB, I knew it.
Oh,
I knew
look
it.
at your Desmo.
helicopter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yours is
good.
much better than mine.
That's really good. That's really
I
good.
mean,
I know what it is.
That is subjective, but yeah. Well, that's because I put the
You're the Caprion.
name.
Oh,
hell
it's this
yeah.
Bastillion.
Yeah, it is.
Gabe,
Oh,
that's
you look
never.
Yeah.
Your Desmo is so cute, and you drew the tooth
so
outside
cute.
of
That's
the
adorable.
Tooth? Oh my gosh.
Wait, that's so cute.
I have a cast
That
of a
is
Desmond
adorable.
style.
And you even drew the teeth.
Okay,
Yep.
for folks that don't know, Desmos is what Gabe did his graduate studies on.
Yeah.
And they're weirdo teeth. The drawing's very good, but you should all look up Desmostillion teeth because they are weird.
They have the thickest enamel of any mammal, and their teeth look like a bunch of little sushi rolls all stuck together. And that's even where they get their name, because desmos means bounded and stylus means column, which is what their teeth look like, a bunch of bound columns.
I have a
Does Kallie
warthog
have a
tooth.
Desmo tooth?
Do you have a
Oh.
desmo tooth right there?
I do have one, but it's in the basement. But I have the next closest thing that I did not know that these teeth looked so much like Desmo teeth. This is a warthog tooth.
Oh, yeah.
But they look
Whoa.
Yeah.
it
Interesting.
looks
very
very similar to a Desmo tooth.
That's cool.
But the Desmo teeth are like way bigger, way bigger. So,
Okay.
but it looks similar to that. But that's actually
If you're in LA, the Hall of Mammals has a Desmo on display up on the second
Paleoparadox.
balcony
They-
area.
They have a Paleoparadoxid up there, which is a Desmostillion. Same thing. Anyway, I love Desmostillions. I'll talk about them every day, all day.
that's amazing.
Your
Next
drawing
is-
is so cute. You win.
I know. You win. You win that round for sure. What's kind of cool though that since I have specimens of Desmo in my collection, well, cast of them, we do each month. Each one of us, it's a random assortment of us, do behind the scenes Patreon videos, and sometimes we're talking about cool stuff that we have in our office. Sometimes we're visiting museums. Sometimes we're doing whatever. Like there's a bunch of them, and I have a video.
Heights.
Exactly. I have a video here. It's kind of like an example of what you could possibly get. And I filmed it at night. The building that I work in is creepy when the lights are off.
Can't confirm.
Very
Yeah.
creepy when the lights are off. And so
It's not much better when lights are on.
No, it's not. True story. True story. And so I made a video to show you guys how creepy it is. And so these are the types of videos that you could get for backing us on Patreon each month. So take it away, Laser.
So we're here at the University of Montana. This is my building, the Clap building. It's after hours. The lights are off. Some of our display cases are still on, but we're gonna walk down to the collections room so you can see how creepy the basement is without any lights on, and how far it is to get to the light switches in the darkness and the creepiness. Because there's a lot of horror movies I feel like that have started like this. So, all right, let's go. Let's go on. This
Don't
is
do
T-Rex.
it, Kallie.
This
Don't go
is
in the
our
basement.
Rex, also known as Montana's Rex. I think it's MOR 980. This is a replica of the skull. The actual skull is at the Museum of the Rocky Symphonies. But okay, come on, we gotta get down. Luckily, the staircases are always lit. So in the wintertime, it's kind of funny because you don't know if the lights are on downstairs, and so it's you never know. You never know how creepy it's gonna be.
You've never fallen down those stairs, right, Kallie?
No, actually, shockingly. I have
So
not.
luckily, this door here is all we gotta go to, but if we want to turn on the lights, it's gonna be extra creepy. So we'll look into the collection really quick and then we'll go turn the lights on. Okay, so here's the collections room with
feels
the
like a
flashlight
haunted
on,
video.
so you can see that it's also very creepy even when it's
Nuke's
not
top
dark.
5.
It looks abandoned.
In here.
It does.
It's like
It
this is
does.
an escape
In
room or
here.
something.
Millions of
Right.
years of death.
Yes,
Now
millions of
let's
years of death.
go down the hallway.
And she was never seen again.
This is, the worst part is to get to the light switch. So let's go down this creepy hallway that I swear a zombie movie was filmed in. Because like there's even handprints on the walls. So
Why are you going toward the red light? Don't do that.
one of the most unsettling places on campus, I think. So if you turn back,
It's like an
the
episode of The
other
Last of
way,
Us.
towards that way, that's the collection space. That little hint of light. And
So
then
Oh my
if you
god.
hand back this
And
way,
thank you to my husband that
into
protected
the
me through this
darkness.
whole video.
There's the
Yeah.
exit sign at the other end of the hallway, but there's this little side hallway that we gotta go down. It's also very creepy. Luckily, there's a staircase, so it's kind of lit. This is a lot less
God, you have to
creepy
do
with
this
two people
all
down
the
here.
time?
Normally, I don't even come this way. I actually go the floor above
ma'am.
us and go
No,
outside
ma'am.
and go into another door and come down the stairs. that we're gonna come to. I never take this route. So here's the little side hallway. And again, I never do this in the dark. I go around a very long way to avoid all of this. And then also it's extra scary right now because the elevator is down, so it's just creepy. But here it is. Here's the hidden light switch. Right here, halfway covered by another bulletin board.
Kallie, I feel like
And
we need to
another bulletin
fundraise you
board.
like a little glow in the
And
dark dinosaur keychain or
Uh,
a headlamp. Oh no, someone said you should get like one of those old lanterns, like Haunted Mansion style, you know?
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
For National
Yep.
Fossil Day, you do events at your lab for National Fossil Day, and that's like
What
spooky
you used to.
season. So you could do like tours
Haunted
of the
tour.
lab with the lights off.
Oh, that
But
would
the
actually be
ghosts are
fun.
like
That would
a
empty my
ghost
pockets
T-Rex.
to do that.
A ghost T-Rex. That would actually be pretty good. So,
Yeah.
again,
Fun.
this is a style of video that you could be receiving every month if you become a patron. And again, we have these sweet shirts that you can only get until Monday. So be sure if you want one of our cool Permian shirts, and even got Helicoprion on there. Boom, boom. 2 people drew that already. Gorgonopsid, Dimetrodon, everybody's favorite not dinosaur. So be sure to get your shirt. Be sure to become a patron at least at the $5 or more level so you can get that limited edition trading card. And then if you can, become a Steve. Even though we've made it, we can have as many Steves as we want.
More
No
So-
limit on Steve. The limit does not exist.
Limits on Steve, the super terrific, extremely vital Eontologist. Yes. Okay. So, also since we did, sorry, I just had to bust out my Vogue for a minute.
Okay.
Since we hit Steve, we're gonna do a Steve party too. Like, there's gonna be a dinosaur cake, and there will be photos, and I'm sure it's going to be absolutely ridiculous and adorable all at the same time. So be looking out for that, and pat all of yourselves on the back for helping us get to the Steve and have our Steve Dinosaur party. Huzzah! Round of applause
You have
for
me at
all of you. Yes. Okay, so now our challenge 2. Boom, boom, boom. We have to draw a scaled creature that isn't a dinosaur.
Scaled, anything with scales.
Anything with scales
Okay.
Oh,
is not a dinosaur.
Okay.
I thought you meant like to
Two
scale.
scale?
Right.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And you'll be
I was
great
ready
at
to
draw
draw-
accuracy.
I was ready to draw
Isosceles.
me and something. I was like, oh man.
No, it has.
You're thinking
skin
too much
covering.
like a geologist.
Skin
Amazing.
covering
Think,
of
Blake,
scales.
Think.
Let's see.
Okay.
I have like a whole
Scales.
bag of markers, so each one of these are going to be a different color. But now, what would be a good scaled critter
I have the world's
Isn't a
stupidest idea. I'm
dinosaur.
going to do it.
that's not
You
a
can
dinosaur?
still draw your
Can't be
scaled
dinosaur.
creature to scale, Gabe. Nothing.
I'll
is
try.
stopping you from doing as such.
Yeah, it's like I can't even think like a frog. No, they don't have.
I feel like
Scale.
mine
There's
probably
scales,
needs
Kelly.
a scale.
They don't have scales.
I know what creatures exist. I'm forgetting every single one now.
What creatures exist? Real quick.
Yeah, man, and I put a whole bunch of. So there was another doc that you guys didn't have access to, and I put a bunch of examples, and now I forgot all of my examples.
You're like, they exist.
Let's see. I'll just do.
This is so stupid. I love it.
Maybe. Oh yeah, let's just do that. I don't know where to start with this. So while we're, what creatures exist? all the creatures exist. We gotta get a little tiny head here.
Ugh, I need a scale. Well, ooh.
Please don't judge me, our wonderful
Too late.
Patreon subscribers. This
These
is
are
so
gonna- This
bad.
is gonna be so bad. Well,
That's
while
what you
we're
get for
going-
drawing a really cute Desmo to start with, because now the expectations are high.
I know you got to
Very
start
high.
at like 50%. I don't know why I tried to go like 70 right from the start.
Yeah. While we're all drawing our terrible drawings, let's see. Were you guys dinosaur kids? Were you obsessed with
I-
dinosaurs?
Was not.
Yes.
Really?
Do not lie, MB. There's no way.
I know, it's really weird.
Interesting.
I was not a dinosaur kid. I was too scared to watch Jurassic Park when I was a kid. So
Okay,
that
that's good,
boat.
though.
I watched it from behind the couch like this, but not the whole thing because I was really scared.
Oh, that's
Okay, it
adorable.
came out in 1993. I was born in 1993. I was little and I was scared. And then I don't know, like my parents would take me to the museum, NHMLA, all the time, and so I knew dinosaurs existed, but I never it never clicked for me that someone studied them and went to like dig them, and that was a job literally until I got to college and I took like my geology class. And when I realized that was a thing, then I was like, wait. There's this whole new world to explore. And then I got super interested and excited. But like, I don't think I could have named 5 dinosaurs when I was like 5 or 15. So I'm going through my own personal paleo renaissance. It's all like super exciting and new to me, even still 10 years later.
Yeah, raise your hands if you watched Walking with Dinosaurs, sea monsters, cavemen, monsters growing up. Yeah.
Not growing up as an adult.
I watched Walking with Monsters. I don't know how many times when that came out. I ruined the VHS version that we had because I
That's
love that.
amazing.
And then once DVD and then like came out, I watched it. And then when they started having clips on YouTube, I would just, when I would be bored, I just go in and watch that because there's something about Walking with Monsters that just like captured my heart. I loved that so much.
I have the book. I have the original Walking with Dinosaurs book. Let's see here if I can find it quickly. I don't know if I can find it fast. Yes, I do. I found it. Here it is.
I need to. Oh, cool.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
That's so cool.
I found it at my local used bookstore. I was like, how dare somebody get rid of this book, but I appreciate it because now it's safe in my office, which is super exciting. Yes, love it.
Yeah, it may not surprise you to learn that I was more of a writing nerd kid.
What?
Very,
Really?
very
No.
introverted.
The English
very shy.
major?
Yeah, and I would just like write stories, not about dinosaurs. What's interesting is this isn't related to dinosaurs, but hear me out. I grew up in what my brother and I, it's just my brother and me, we grew up in what we call an ahistorical family, like second, third generation American, depending on what side of the family you're talking about. And none of my grandparents would talk about where they came from. Like I was 30 years old when I realized that De Pastino is not really our last name. And like, anyway, all this stuff. And so because of that, like we grew up without any kind of historical context. And so my brother is literally a historian now. We're both like obsessed with trying to understand history. He does American history, and my focus is on using science to understand history, but mainly natural history, and also archaeology and the history of like human civilizations. But like that's, if anything, kind of shaped why I do what I do, is just sort of because we grew up in this historical vacuum.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was a dino kid. Yep. I collected fossils, but I wasn't like, so I grew up in like the Midwest. I grew up in the middle continent. Like there were no dinosaurs. I wasn't close to any big natural history museums. So I don't even remember when I saw my first like dinosaur skeleton, but my dad was a big natural history nerd and he collected little invertebrate fossils growing up. So that's what I was surrounded by, is crinoids and bivalves and brachiopods and things like that. And so I would spend my time going into the woods behind my house and collecting giant chunks of limestone and busting them apart to get the fossils out of them. I was even on the level of nerd that I spent my recesses digging through the gravel on the playground to find crinoid stem segments.
Oh, that's adorable.
So cool.
I have like a little handful of them still. They're like my most prized possession.
That's like your origin story. I love it.
It is. I was 100% sold on fossils, but it was really just fossils and not dinosaurs in specifically. I always thought they were cool and whatnot, but I couldn't collect those because they don't exist in Kansas really. So
I definitely started with dinosaurs. I made my parents buy me every single dinosaur toy I could get. There's pictures of me as a tiny little child with all my dinosaurs. But then because I'm from LA, my parents took me to the La Brea Tar Pits all the time, and the La Brea Tar Pits became my home museum. So I became an Ice Age kid, I guess you could say. So like Smilodon, sloths, the mammoth mastodon stuff. I knew a lot about those as I started going to La Brea Tar Pits. So shout out to our friends at La Brea Tar Pits and Museum.
Woo-hoo.
Thank you, Page Museum. Woo. Love it. Love it. Can you guys think of anything that we haven't made an Eons episode about that you would like want?
Desmostillions.
Write it, Gabe.
Yeah.
Write it.
We don't have a minerals episode.
4 words. The evolution of grass.
Oh, grasses.
We've been talking about that for years.
I mean, we rolled it into our ungulate episode.
I know, but not enough.
It's not,
Yes, and
I've been pushing for the evolution of cows, the bovid family.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Because they've got some weird individuals.
How very Midwest of
Where's
you.
the beef?
Where is the beef?
Where did the beef come from?
Where did the beef? I mean, the title.
From where's the beef?
No. Farhan, if you're listening, ta-da, we just wrote it for you.
Is someone writing this down? Right. Where the beef came from. You can see it now. I can see the thumbnail.
Shout out to Farhan, by the way.
Yeah, our main head
Shout out
writer.
to our staff writer.
All of our.
Yep.
If you like the words we say on episodes, it's because he wrote them for us.
Yeah.
He made me talk pretty.
What's the beef?
What's the beef?
It's Benedict in the chat said that.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
What else? Grass? I feel like you're
minerals. We haven't done enough geology. So
Yeah.
we were talking about this we were all hanging out a couple weeks ago for our super secret special project that we've been working on. And I was mentioning to our staff writer, plugging again, there's this amazing book by Robert Hazen called
I I just pulled it up myself.
Yes, called The Story of Earth. And I read it for my mineralogy class when I was an undergrad, and it's stuck with me ever since. I haven't read it since then, so I might be messing it up a little bit, but it's the
So
evolution.
excited.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Anyway, you should all read that book and then tell our staff writer that they should write an episode for me about it.
Yes, this
Also-
book blew my mind. Blew my
Like 3 or 4 years ago, I was on set and someone asked about placentas, and I did a note to Siri about remind me to do an episode about placentas. That reminder is still on my phone because we have not done it. And every time I bring it up, they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's so complicated."
Yes.
Like, well,
Yeah.
I know our jobs are hard,
Yeah.
but like they're fun.
Our jobs are hard. Our jobs are weird. Our
They
jobs
are
are
weird.
weird. They are very weird.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Can we show our drawing?
Yeah, I was just about to say, y'all
Okay.
feeling okay about these? Who's going
I drew Lonesome George.
Lonesome George.
And
What
it's
the hell?
scaled.
Is that a
It's
banana?
scaled because there's a banana for scale. And it's scaled. You're welcome.
For those of you that don't know who Lonesome George is, Gabriel, could you tell us?
Yes, Lonesome George was the last, I forget which island, one of the last Galapagos tortoises
Galapagos.
of the, I cannot remember the island.
Corn, that's a good one.
Pinta Island. It was the last tortoise that was found, that was taken off that island. And so when George died, that was the last of his species, unfortunately.
Wait, wasn't that Darwin? Was Lonesome George Darwin's tortoise that he brought back? That was
it?
like just recently died? Who was
I
Darwin's
think it
tortoise?
was, and it outlived him, right?
Well, like by
Yeah,
100
Yeah,
years.
you're right.
Handily,
Yeah.
yeah.
Huh. Yes,
So-
I got confirmation. Lonesome George was Darwin's tortoise that he stole from the Galapagos, and he just passed away too, like in the
recent-
2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, George's body has been preserved, right? And it's
2012.
at the museum, at the London Museum, right?
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
I was at the London Museum last summer and I didn't see it, so maybe they're still working on a display for him.
Taxidermy. Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's at the AMNH.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, the American Museum
I'm
of Natural
going
History.
there soon too.
Oh.
Huzzah! Yes. Currently on display in. Oh wait, it's back to the Galapagos Islands where it's currently on
He's
display.
reading?
in-
Much
He got
better.
Oh, he's back
Love
home.
He
Yeah.
went home.
Yeah,
That's
I like
great.
that.
Okay,
Lonesome
okay.
George.
So we got Lonesome George. Who's going next? Harriet was Darwin's.
Okay,
tortoise.
mine is the
We-
stupidest, so I'm going to go next.
Okay, let's see it.
It's like the stupidest thing in the world.
Titanic boa!
Oh, wait,
that's
no,
scale.
Blake! No, Blake!
Are you kidding me?
Are you
got
shitting me?
it?
Oh my
No!
god! You're eating. What is that?
A croc.
croc.
The croc was for scale, but then I didn't know if you could tell, so then I drew myself as well.
Oh my
I'm
God.
scared, as you can see.
You two are
Oh
too
my
much.
God. What are the odds?
What are the odds?
Damn it,
Oh
Blake.
man, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
And I drew
That's
the little scales.
Okay,
Wow.
here's mine. I did a little lasmosaur.
Oh, who's the cutest?
He's
We
beautiful.
just found preserved skin of these guys, and it shows their scale pattern.
Oh, neat.
So
Oh,
it's kinda in
that's
the
so
forefront
cool.
of my
Aw.
brain.
I'm gonna look that
Yeah.
up.
Little
Well,
nesty.
that's
Plasmosaurus.
The paleo art for it is amazing because it's like this
Gonna look
really
it up
neat
right now.
perspective. Yeah. And so like at
Aw.
the viewer, it's super close to one of its paddles, so you can kind of see the detail and then the rest of the
Aw.
animals in the background. It's very cool. Very, very, very cool. Very cool. All right.
Cool.
Okay. So we have one more art challenge
All right,
before
I'm
we're
ready.
done
Whew.
for today.
Okay.
I know. And
There's
this
another
one will
Ugh, barf. Okay.
Yep, one more.
All right.
One more sweet
Mine
drawing.
melts, Blake. We can do
Yeah,
the
I
same
know.
one once
If
again.
you two do the same one, I swear
I'm
I'm
gonna
logging
laugh.
off.
I'm gonna laugh very hard. Okay, so our third and
Uh.
final drawing challenge is draw some non-fauna prehistoric things. So
Mom.
not animals, plants,
All right.
or not animals.
Okay.
A not animal.
Locked, loaded.
Oh, what's Gabe gonna draw? I wonder what
No.
Gabe's gonna draw.
No.
Yeah.
You would
Oh,
think.
it's not gonna be
you would
ferns?
think. It's not.
It's not.
That is
I
so
think you're
not
psyching
what
us
I
out.
was
Looking at his
thinking,
terrarium out the
and
corner of his eye. Yeah.
And
we
you
know.
are not
We know what's
changing
up.
last minute.
I'm not changing last minute because that is so not what I was thinking.
Oh, to be known.
Sure.
Oh man, now I can't think of any.
Maybe our viewers. Maybe our viewers.
Yeah,
If
what
you're-
should
if
Gabe
you're in the
draw?
chat-
Since he definitely wasn't gonna draw ferns.
Yeah. What
Sorry, they're
should
amazing plans.
non-animal? What non-animal should Gabriel draw?
You're at the
Girl.
mercy of the patrons.
I know.
Oh, I know. Okay,
This is
I know.
so stupid.
I know.
This is even stupider than my last one. I'm really excited.
Oh man, this is gonna be bad.
Mhm.
Good.
This is so simple, but it's so hard. It's like this is not an easy one. So while we're all again struggling, struggle bus everywhere. What's your kind of favorite prehistoric representations in like media or fiction?
Interesting.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the simple one, but it's definitely Jurassic Park for me. Like,
Mhm.
Should have said that faster.
well, it came out right when I was like the right age, right? I was like 4,
Yeah.
I think. Even though I was too scared, much like MB, I had to leave the theater for a little bit. That movie left such an impression
Yeah.
on me that like it really did start like my love of paleontology, but not just that, my love of science. And there was so much work that went into it to make the dinosaurs as believable and as accurate as possible. But beyond that too, it's just a good movie, right?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
it inspires so many things. So definitely Jurassic Park. If my second favorite, Pokemon. But I could
Ah,
go
there
forever.
it is. There it is. That's what I thought you were gonna say at first.
Grant in the chat says Flintstones, which is
Yeah.
not 100%. Yeah. Not 100% accurate, but for me, so I was born in Pittsburgh, and I spent my early years of my life there. And like my parents would dump me off at the Carnegie Museum. Carnegie is how you pronounce it in
Jealous.
Pittsburgh. And they'd be like, just go run around. And so my friend and I would just like spend the afternoon there. And then we'd meet in the cafeteria, have lunch, and go home. And I just remember being blown away by like the dioramas. I don't know if you're old enough to remember like the really old school, like mid 20th century dioramas.
Were
all
those Charles
dusty and-
Knight?
I
Oh,
think
good
so,
question.
right?
I don't know.
Ooh.
At Carnegie
Oh.
Museum, possibly. Yeah.
I can't remember
could
where
be.
he's at. If it's at the Smithsonian or if it's at the Carnegie. But yeah.
The Smithsonian ones, I think they're both, right? Anyway,
Maybe
keep
they
going,
have
Blake.
prints
Sorry.
of it. Yeah. Land Before Time. Yep.
Yeah, that was more my speed.
Oh yeah.
That's
Land Before
good.
Time was my jam. 100% my jam. I watched that. I can almost say all the words. All the words.
Oh, someone said Power Rangers. Like the Mighty
Yes,
Morphin
Tyrannosaurus.
Dino. Yeah, that too. I was in love with the Pink Ranger, so that also seminal
Pterodactyl.
experience.
Guess who I met? I was at a film festival in St. Louis last weekend, and I met the Red Power Ranger, whose name I forget.
Cool.
Yeah. He and I actually ended up running for Best Actor, and he won.
Really?
Yeah.
Listening to
But I didn't
Power
want to fight him
Rangers
because
seems
he's a Red Power Ranger.
A good, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, the Red Mighty Morphin Power Ranger or a Red Power Ranger?
Oh, I don't know.
Because
Is there
there's
just
like
one.
there's like 16.
Oh, he's a Red Power Ranger, I guess.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. I like Power Rangers.
Awesome.
I'm a
There's
nerd
other-
if you haven't figured out by now.
I
No,
think
says
Power
the
Rangers.
man with the Captain America shield behind his head and a giant porg plush.
MB, you were on a Comic-Con panel with me last summer, so whatever.
I didn't say I'm not a nerd.
We're all nerds
It's
here. Well, if you like educational prehistoric content, then you should support us on Patreon because that's our whole jam. And again, this shirt is amazing. I love it. I love
There's
it
a
so
segue
much.
for you.
Yeah. Yes. So please support us on Patreon. Make sure you get one of these sweet shirts by Monday. And become a patron at level, $5 or more, and you get our new limited edition trading card, and there will be more of those. And like I said, I saw a sneak peek of it yesterday, and they look so good. They look so good. And then, of course, $20 Steve level. We did
Steve.
it. We're
And
there.
Steve.
So we welcome all Steves.
Let's go.
We welcome all Steves. Yes. Yeah, but my media definitely would be Land Before Time, 100%. I mean, I think it came out right around when I was born, so I watched that on repeat all the time. Even though the tragedy, like
It's
little
so
Luke,
sad.
like losing his mom, still is
Heart-wrenching.
like when did your trauma start? Land
Yeah.
Before Time.
Poor
Yeah.
time.
Land Before Time.
Like the scene when he's chasing like the cloud version of his mom. I was
Or the shadow.
Uh-uh.
So sad.
Mama.
So
It's not
sad.
just like
But it gave us the tree star though, which
that.
I
I
Okay,
still call them that to this day.
that movie made me want to eat leaves. I will say.
that's my
It looks
Slack
so good.
picture.
Eat your salad.
That's like my Slack picture is Littlefoot about to take a bite of the tree star. Yep. That's what I use on Slack. That's how
What
you
did
know
Sarah
me.
say? Three horns don't play with long necks.
To this day, when I'm teaching my students and I'm trying to okay, a sauropod, that's a long neck. A three horn, that's a ceratopsian. Like, we have a shared language that I know they'll understand. It's pervaded the culture deeply.
Wow. That's great. Love it. Anybody else have any favorite medias?
We talked about Jurassic Park. Obviously, the OG first movie is good, but Gabe just mentioned we were on a panel at Comic-Con and it was for Camp Cretaceous, which is the animated kids spin-off series. And it's actually really, really cute. I've had a lot of fun watching that show. So if there are Jurassic Park nerds, Camp Cretaceous, it's a fun one.
One thing that you
Bumpy.
might think of doing if you haven't, the Fantasia Rite of Spring is like
Oh my
kind of
God, you're so
and
right.
have your students pick out all the things that are wrong with it because I mean that came out in the 40s, so that was real kind of shaky paleo ground there.
Taking notes.
Interesting.
But
Yes.
Love that. Yes,
That's a
patrons,
scary one,
send
too,
me
though.
ideas for activities to do with my students in the class, like Kallie just did. Do my job for me. I love this.
Yeah, Fantasia
Fantasia.
Rite of Spring. Pretty sure the whole video is on YouTube as well. Okay,
Yeah, it totally
so
is.
we are getting towards the end. Y'all done with your amazing artwork? What Blake or Michelle has to go first because
Yeah.
yes, I want to see if they're on the same wavelength.
Okay.
Yeah, you go first.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's see if you can even tell what it is.
Ginkgo.
Oh,
it's a ginkgo.
ginkgo. That's really nice. That's quite nice.
Ginkgo.
Yeah.
So I drew the ginkgo for two reasons. One, we have Ginkgo Petrified Forest State Park here in Washington, which is really cool. I take my
Oh.
students out to it every year. But two, I was at the thrift store nary 2 months ago, and I found a lamp that was ginkgo leaves growing out of a branch. I wish I was in my office, but it's back home. I'm on spring break right now, so I'm at home. But in my work office, I now have a ginkgo leaf lamp that's very cool. I will take a picture and send it to y'all. So keep it.
Yes. Thrift store for the win.
Ginkgo Petrified Forest. That's so
Yes.
interesting.
Yeah,
I've
it's
never
on the
been there.
east side of the Cascades.
Okay.
Yeah. It's don't go there in the
Okay,
summer.
since
'cause
MB
it's
went, I will
really-
go. You ready for the second stupidest thing I've done today?
Yes.
Also the easiest?
And then Frodo Jackson. Oh! Okay, we just switched the hosts around.
Prototype Heidi. Here's mine.
Oh, yours is
Oh,
much
prototype.
better. Yeah.
Fungus Among Us.
Among Us.
And again, a new paper just came out that says that these things aren't fungus, but we don't know what they are.
We don't know
Yeah,
what
I saw
they
that
are.
actually. Maybe that's what was on my mind. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
that's why fungus ?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fungus, maybe? Among Us? Very good. All right, what do you got?
Oh, all right, Gabe.
I drew horsetail.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
cute.
We
That's
love a
super
horsetail.
We do. We have them a lot out here.
Like ginkgo and ferns, they are still around today.
Yep.
So that's why
Yeah.
I went with the horsetail. I've tried unsuccessfully to grow these though, even though they survived on our planet for 500 plus
I mean,
million
they grow
years.
all over up here. Just move up to the Pacific Northwest.
Living in Southern California out near the dry desert, the horsetails don't like it. So
It might be a little too dry for them.
They grow along the banks of the, well, not the Clark Fork, but the Rattlesnake Creek here in Missoula.
Yep, you can
Yeah.
find them at Greeno Park.
Yep.
Yep, love it. Let's see. What have we've talked about almost everything. We have mentioned we have been working on a super secret project, and you may have seen a lot of things on the socials about
I wanna
our
talk
super
about it so
secret
bad.
project. I know, and I don't know when we're going to be able to talk about it. And like fall, maybe this fall, we'll be able to tell
Our
you everything.
overlords are in the secret chat with us.
Yeah.
Patrons, they're watching, so we can't say stuff.
can't
want
say
to, but they're
anything.
watching.
Yeah.
this is
No.
why I'm not talking currently.
Yeah.
They did say we could say that we've been filming on location, which is really
Yeah.
exciting. We're not just in the studio, so we're doing some
Mhm.
outside of the green screen world stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we had the opportunity to get together for some stuff too.
Oh, that was so cute. We all got to go see Kallie dance in Dancing with the Stars, Missoula.
Yes. Callie did so
And
good.
cheer her
Oh
on. It
my
was
God.
really cute.
Thanks. I did the Lindy Hop with my partner, also named Kallie. It was amazing.
Kallie.
The Callies.
The Callies. I'm a
Oh,
Steve,
yeah.
but not the Steve. Yeah.
Oh.
High fives for all Steve.
You could be
Go, Steve.
double the Steve if you joined the Steve
Steve
tier.
squared.
Steve squared.
So I know we got a lot of super secret stuff coming up, but what are you all the kind of final thoughts here? Oh, you liked surviving deep time. Thanks. What are you looking forward to coming up for season 8? Oh my gosh, season 8 is around the corner. Something that you can talk about. What are you guys looking forward to in the next
Season
year?
8.
I think I'm just excited to tell more incredible stories from Deep
Yeah.
Time, as corny as that is. But like, this is why I love being Eons, and why I was so excited to get to join the crew, because I just love getting to talk about all these really cool stories. And
Mhm.
every fossil is worth 1,000 stories, so we have unlimited stories that we can talk about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh
And-
yeah. We'll never run out of stuff to talk about. Never.
I love seeing all the new paleo art that's created for our shows. I think that's one of the most amazing things, especially since sometimes we're talking about really new papers where no paleo art has been created yet for that organism. And so apart from our beautiful art, we do have our own actual artistes that work for the show. So getting to see what they've done is always so exciting for me.
I learned so much with everything that I host as a non-scientist, as an English major and science communicator. I just love like the stuff that I learned and stuff that I've heard of, or stuff that I thought I knew or knew a little bit about, just enough about to be dangerous. And every episode that I get to read and research and host is an adventure.
Yep. Agreed. All of the above. Agreed. I have had a couple of little side talks with Farhan about some of the episodes that he's preparing for next season. I'm very excited.
Can you give us any hints?
No, I can't.
Okay.
No hints. No hints. No hints, you guys. Sorry. We'll just have to tune in. But the jokes are going to be joking hard as usual. And I'll make sure to put the most awful puns humanly possible in the outro.
Yay.
I wouldn't
Yes.
do Eons without it.
Just for you, Blake. If you didn't react the way you did, I think the puns would have ended a long time ago. But
I know. It's like this
You-
self-fulfilling prophecy.
I love when I laugh at them. It's great.
Oh my gosh. I love watching the bloopers.
I
at the
laugh too,
end.
but I'm also a little bit angry.
He laughs while he dies inside.
Yeah. Like,
Oh man. Yes, I know. They're tough, but they are fun. We didn't do our. Did we do our show and tell? Let's end this live
No.
stream. Yeah, let's do.
Let's show and let's tell.
show and tell. Who wants to go first?
I see that, well, Gabe and Callie both have plushies. And I was going to do like a nerdy fossil thing, but I'd rather introduce you to my friend, Mr. Mumbles.
Oh, hello.
So cute.
A friend, one of my
Hershey?
besties.
I
Yeah.
haven't named mine, but I also have
gorgeous.
one.
And he has a
That
gold
My
wasn't
tooth.
plushies are all in my office, you guys.
And he actually
No, I
he stands
also
in our
have
fridge holding a
plushies,
little flag.
patrons. Okay. Wow.
We all have plushies. That's not my show and tell item though. Just saying.
This is mine.
Pretend all my plushies are here.
I
my
love
Mirai
Mr.
plushies.
Mumbles.
Yeah.
My
He's usually
Nautiloid,
in the
my
background.
Ammonite, my Eurypterid.
He's usually in the background of your shorts.
Yeah,
Your-
my TikToks. Yeah, or my shorts. Yeah.
Yeah. Short
recognize
form.
I did not. One of my besties, she lives in New Jersey, and she's like a weapons grade crochet artist. And
Obviously.
she also made an otter whose name is Welcome Back Otter. And so they stand on my fridge holding little flags.
So
Oh.
cute.
Yeah.
Love it.
Love it.
Love it. Michelle, you go.
Okay, so as I mentioned, I'm currently on spring break. And what is spring break for if not to catch up on all the crafting that's been sitting on my table waiting for the day? And so I bought a bunch of toys to turn into earrings because y'all know I love my earrings and my earring habit was getting expensive. So I bought dino toys and have been turning them into earrings.
Ooh.
And
Yes.
I had been looking for like human skulls.
That's
Oh,
I
wow.
couldn't find the earrings, so I had to make them myself. I have this guy. I have another sauropod. I bought doubles of all the toys, and then I've just been turning.
What are
them
those?
into
Oh,
earrings.
I see. Okay, I couldn't.
I
On
think
your right
it's-
hand.
Oh, up there.
Oh, what's those called?
Arsinotherium?
Yes. That's what it is.
Yes, patrons, I certainly know, and this is a test for you. And then this is one last one that I didn't buy this toy. I have a friend at the Burke Museum. We have Gorgonopsids there. And so we have a 3D print of an actual Gorgonopsid fossil from the Burke. And I made matching ones for myself and my friend Kelsey, who
Nice.
is the fossil collections manager there. So, I mean, these were toys, but if I had a 3D printer, I'd be 3D printing real live fossil scans from museums all over the world. However, I cannot add a second fifth craft to my table. So.
MB, I have a 3D printer. Send me your files.
Gabe?
Send me your files.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Okay, I have some ideas. I can make you Desmo earrings. Let's get our
Yes.
ears together.
No.
I can make you
Just a
Aw.
necklace. Just make it a pin.
I'll do the
keychain,
necklace.
A necklace.
I'll
I
do a
can make
necklace.
little mini charms for your glasses.
I'll take that. Yeah.
We'll workshop this. We'll workshop
Yeah.
this.
I love it.
Okay.
What a great idea.
But-
But
Is it
yeah,
my
this
turn,
has
I
been
guess?
Yes.
really
Go
fun.
ahead. You're the big screen now.
Okay, so everyone did something cool and paleo related, but I'm not. I really just wanted to show off my lightsaber. So this is the one. This is my lightsaber this is my third lightsaber that I made
Only.
at Savi's workshop at Galaxy's Edge. I'm
Wait,
really
you made
happy
that?
because it's you can choose like the chassis and like it's customized. I'm really happy because I love the High Republic era of Star Wars. I love all Star Wars, but this one just matches my current Jedi cosplay robes. Yes, it is technically from a long time ago. So yeah, it worked. So yeah, I just really wanted to show off some of my
Bespoke, it's a
lightsabers.
bespoke
lightsaber.
I never get a
Beautiful.
chance to show them off. So
Oh, that's
Very
so cool.
there you go.
So
That's
someone
so
is
cool.
asking what color is the blade?
This one is blue and this one is yellow. I use yellow because I like the Jedi Temple Guardians, like the Sentinel color, and that's kind of what I would think I would be if I was in. It's either that or one of the Science Corps in Star Wars and the Jedi Temple. So I like Star Wars.
Good for you. I like Star Wars too. Not that much, but I do like it. Okay, so I have something kind of cool. This
Is it a brain cast?
It is.
That was gonna be my guess too.
Do you know whose brain this is casted of?
Mm.
Whose
Is it
brain?
Is it a juvenile T-Rex?
No, it's not a juvenile T-Rex. It's a full-size T-Rex.
Oh, it's
Really?
is it Sue's?
Whoa.
I'm not sure who. It's not. It was it's from AMNH 5117. Numbers on it. It was just a really well preserved tyrannosaurid brain cavity that they scanned. And then they created a brain model from the inside of the brain cavity.
So cool.
And what is cool about this is it's been painted just like the paper. This was a paper that came out in 2014 or so, I think. I can't remember. But Buzzsaw Studios painted this up for me. But here's the internal ear. So like this is for
Whoa.
hearing and balance and things like that. These are all nerves and blood vessels coming in and out of the brain, as well as these little guys. These are nerves going up here. And then like almost all of this right here is olfactory. And then there would be these huge bulbs on the end
I was
for
gonna
the sense of
ask, yeah.
smell. Yeah. So I've been meaning to put this in our T-Rex display case for several years now, and it hasn't gotten in there. So
Oh, I feel that. The life
Well,
of
but now
museum
you were able
workers.
to use it in show and tell, so it all worked out.
There you go.
Exactly. Yes, yes, yes. So Whitmere Labs did the scanning, the CT scanning, and pulling this model from the CT
Wow.
scan. And then I had Buzzsaw Studios print it off and paint it for me for a display that it'll do someday. So,
Oh, Buzzsaw,
all
is that
right.
in Idaho?
Yeah. Well, it used to be in Idaho.
Evelyn Volmers? Okay.
He moved. He moved.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, so just last reminders and last thanks. Thank you to all of our patrons. Thank you to everybody that has joined during this Patreon Appreciation Month. Get your shirt. Get your shirt. Get this shirt. It's so
You could
cool.
match
All your
with us.
friends, all your
Yes.
friends are gonna want it, and then you can say it's limited edition. Get it at $5 or more. You get your trading card, and $20 or more, you become a Steve. Huzzah! So
And
thank you,
Steve.
thank you, thank you.
Steve's
Thank
back,
you.
baby.
Yes, Steve is back. And be looking for the dinosaur cake Steve celebration post.
To celebrate.
Yeah, we gotta celebrate. We gotta celebrate. So thanks again, everybody, and high five.
Thanks for joining, y'all.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.